So I came across the wildest TV show at my local used bookstore the other day. The Super Robot Red Baron. It is a mix of hilarious miniatures, giant robot fights, the Japanese Pink Panther Inspector Clouseau, and a robot whose face looks like a butt. I don't know what that is, but it's entertaining, and you will completely forget how little sense it makes because this is Redeye Reviews. Our show starts with an absolute banger of an intro song. Now, if that doesn't make you want to go build a robot, nothing will. But it does teach us a few things right off the bat, okay? Number one, the Iron Alliance. They're the bad guys. Number two, our robot has 1 million horsepower, which I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, because I'm going to assume there's a lot of hydraulics involved, but whatever. Because most importantly, number three, the future looks amazing. Because they thought the 21st century would just have like giant Ferris wheels over the streets. We got massive alarm clocks just going off all willy-nilly. And most importantly, like no traffic. It's paradise, okay? Meanwhile, our 21st century is like full of people who think the earth is flat and they think Elvis is dead. It's crazy. Where did we go wrong? But we see a man walking into a giant robot factory because giant robots are all people care about now, which again is just another reason their timeline is so much better than ours. We do learn that these two are brothers, okay? Their parents were scientists, their parents got kidnapped like 4 years ago. Doesn't really matter. We pan around the room, we meet our main group of characters. We meet this lovely lady who does just a bang-up job. Good job taking photos. You nailed it. Okay, you picked some random angle. Shoved your face against the back of the camera. Don't even bother using that viewfinder. What's that there for? We don't know. We also meet our inspector. This guy was told that he'd be playing an inspector in this show, so he did a little bit of research. He found Inspector Clouseau and Inspector Gadget, and he was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then, even though this factory has just like a handful of robots in it, they somehow all got snuck up on by one. They are so unaware that this is here. The bad guys even had time to install an informational sign to tell them about their giant evil robot. Its name is Troy Horse. It's pretty subtle. There's no way people are going to come out of that thing. The robot also is definitely Italian. Not Japanese. It's Italian because it feels the need to speak with its hands a lot. It almost knocked down its little chicken wire fence there. But his face opens up. Then a bunch of guys fall to their death, I would assume, because it's a very large robot. It's a long drop. But they don't. No, they all get in a large-scale fight. Inspector Gadget somehow has a bulletproof umbrella that shoots bullets, and we just breeze right over that. We learn our group is the SSI, okay, Scientific Secret Investigation Team. It is very easy to say, and it is not clunky at all. Oh, and our group can also do these Sailor Moon-esque costume changes seemingly at random moments because nobody seems to be actively choosing when to do so. But we meet our team. Okay, we got Kin. Kin's the cool guy. He pretends to be a car dealer in his free time. Minoru, he's the captain. But again, he's got like a normal job. He pretends to work as a mechanic. Tetsuya is a car salesman, keeping with the car theme. Daisaku is a paper boy. And Marie is a news photographer. That's right. Yeah, this lady does this professionally. Oh, and the inspector is an inspector. That's pretty obvious, but he's also a maverick. Okay, the bro's insane. He's got a hand cannon. It's awesome. He's gonna be the best character, mark my words. But we see the robot is tired of doing nothing, so it breaks out with the help of a handful of rather small helicopters. It proceeds to steal a bunch of other robots, and then also kidnaps Kin's brother, because he drove a car, like, right at it. So, the world's lightest robots get stolen. They get flown out into the middle of the ocean where they sink in, like, just the absolute cutest fish tank way imaginable, and then taken inside an underwater base. Once there, our brother meets Professor Deviler. Subtle. He's the evil overlord of the robot empire, the Iron Alliance. Again, another very easily pronounced and not a mouthful of words group at all. He tells us to give him the super robot Red Baron, or we are going to end up like the rest of his family. He turns the TV on. We see our family. He flattened them with an Indiana Jones-style spike trap because this guy has absolutely zero chill. The next day, his brother Kin has seemingly just gotten on with his life. He seems fine, but he bumps back into his brother and he's like, oh, that's right. Forgot you were kidnapped, friend. Hey, good for you. They let you go. Kin gets introduced to Red Baron, which is, again, another robot that has snuck right up on us. And this is the moment that I knew that the show was a whole tier above other giant robot shows. Check that out. That's amazing. Our robot has a door in the foot. That's how you get in. No other show tells you how you get inside the robot. They don't. They're just like in the head at some point. Not ours. No, sir. Hyperrealism. That's the name of the game we're going for. But he tells us that our family was poked full of holes, and he's sad. We don't really dwell on it. He knows his time is probably coming next, so he gives us Red Baron. He's like, take the robot. So we sit down in what I can only assume is the head, and we go out for a test flight. You know, I gotta give credit, okay? Credit where credit's due. They didn't have to show us the secret little pond launch tunnel, but they did, and they built it, and it's great. However, my one note, they probably could have picked a slightly better sound effect, because it does not sound well. We gotta get that trapdoor some Gas X stat. But before we can really test the machine, Troy Horse appears. That dude has the worst timing. We don't even have time to react. He sucker punches us right in the face. Thank God our robot was built with failsafes, because we got an auto lever, and we have a fight lever.
Main lever auto にしろ。Fight lever on. Fight lever on.
Job done. Pretty much. Like, what are you gonna do? I already pulled them. Just sit back, watch a TV show, let it fight. Troy Horse is wrecking havoc on us with his giant saw drill, or so he would have us believe. I mean, I'm not really seeing much happening, but whatever. We decide there's enough of that. Baron punch. That punch involves, like, throwing our hands at the guy. They're gone. They explode his saw hand right off. Troy's all frazzled. He goes to dab himself up. He can't. He's only got one hand. His giant headlights start shooting frickin' lasers at us, which once again, don't really seem to do much. I don't know. They are a tad bright. He's like, can't see. I can see why they want Red Baron. The thing is like indestructible, and their robots kind of seem to suck. But here is where the show turns from amazing to probably the best thing on television. Because this warning alarm blares out in our auto shop. We see our leader, Minoru. He runs down into a secret base. Once in the basement, he has to place his hand on some Han Solo carbonite plaque. That thing then scans his entire body, presumably pumping him full of cancer, I'm almost certain. The door opens, and we see that if he got the scan wrong, a giant frickin' cannon would have blown him to smithereens. It's just great. But we're not done, okay? He goes inside. He places his hand on, like, that ashtray that your kid made in art class, and it weighs, like, 30 pounds, and you don't even smoke, but you can't throw it away. That thing opens up his piano. I know, a big build-up for a piano, but just stay with me, okay? He then sits down. He plays the super secret bass song, which you have to play perfectly, I assume, or you probably explode. That song then proceeds to activate all the panels that have gadgets and guns and stuff. And then now that the base is all set up, what does he do?
こちらへ制裁本部。東京 C 地区035地点に異常事態発生。
He radios them. He uses the thing that probably didn't need any of this on for him to do. Minoru, you have far too much time on your hands. But if you think it's over, it's not. Because here's where it gets even weirder. Because the crew starts responding to the call. Okay? Some people are moving around, but then we see Marie. She's in a freaking auto body shop. Girl, your cover is a newspaper photographer. Stick in your lane. I know you're not good at the camera, but just try. Just try. Okay, Paperboy's on a motorcycle. Inspector's on a bike. I'm okay with that. I'm fine. You could have at least been in a news van. Could have had some gadgets or something, but whatever. I'm not about to let this bother me more than it already has. Back at the fight, Red Baron is losing, I guess, apparently. The lack of damage, it's hard to tell. But he goes to get away. Troy Horse then decides to follow him, but not like all of him. His head goes after him. Bet you didn't see that coming. Nope. You know what? It's just fuel efficient. That's fuel efficient. And gas prices, what they are. He activates Baron Barrier. He spins around. It probably instantly kills him with just an insane amount of G-force. I hope he's okay. He probably is. Then the rest of the gang shows up and, only having the one robot, they find some people to fight on the ground. It's supposed to be important. Well, okay, I'm being generous. Technically, Just Tetsuya really, he's like the only guy fighting. Daisaku seems to, like, he's just kind of riding a motorcycle. Seems to be having fun, though. That is, until Inspector shows up and he straight kills a guy. You have no chill, but I do respect the hell out of you. Back at Robot Fight, we throw him around. His legs break off. If you thought that did him in, joke's on you. Okay, that's exactly what he wanted you to do. Gets him to activate his leg boomerang. Yeah, it's a leg boomerang. And it again appears to do nothing. We then activate our elect trigger, which it's probably equally as effective as leg boomerang. Oh, damn. Well, that was way more effective. I stand corrected. Why did we wait so long to use that? Probably could have started with this thing. It would have saved us all a lot of trouble. Overlord Deviler is not happy. He activates his control collar that our brother's been wearing. Our brother then gives us the key fob to Red Baron, which he cannot lose, because my car is like not that expensive. My key fob costs like $1,000. I can't even imagine what the dealership's gonna charge you if you lose one of those. We chase after our brother. We see that he got captured, which is very fast. Not quite sure how that happened. But it's a trap. The evil robot Big Bison shows up. How will he survive? Will he save his brother? Why is this robot's horn so damn wiggly? Does that robot have a butt for a face? Find out next time on the Super Robot Red Baron! But for now, let's head on over to Redeye Reacts. The future has like 3 cars and 2 of them almost hit each other.
Officials say a line used to prevent spinning did not function properly. The woman was taken to a local trauma center for evaluation.
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart. I saw that. Brick killed a guy.
Nisa, you okay? Nisa! 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 Okay. Nisa! 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 Nisa!
That is it. Whoa. Guys, the lady at the bookstore was not prepared for the amount of energy that I showed up to the counter with. Yeah, she was thrown by how excited I was about this. 39 episodes fully subtitled in English. The box says it delivers the all of massive spectacle of clashing colossi in the tradition of Godzilla. It delivers the all of massive, guys. That's what it says. I'm excited. It's gonna be good, okay? If you want to support the channel like these beautiful people on the screen do, you could join my Patreon page. They vote on some of the shows we watch, the movies we watch. It's a wild time. It's like Spring Break on MTV, guys. It's crazy. I might be slightly overselling it, but it's still pretty great. There's a link in the description to join that community. I have a Discord channel. They're down there. I have a merch store. They're down in the description as well. I will see you next time, and until then, stay happy and stay healthy.
こちらへ制裁本部